afternoon, everybody. This is Vasilis Girasis for ntmarkets.com. A couple of graphs we have for you today. We're going to start with the S&P 500. I think this graph is looking quite interesting, as we can see here by the horizontal resistance and the uptrend going back from December 2009. We see a nice little triangular pattern. We can see that the S&P is looking a little bit overbought on the RSI. It is now really at the top of that range at horizontal resistance there, which goes back to middle and late 2007, just before the crash. It is retesting those previous highs. Look, short term we feel that the S&P is possibly a little bit overbought. What I would like to see personally is to see a little pullback down to a little correction to about the 1500 level. Then I'd like to see the S&P put another leg up and possibly break through that line of resistance. I would then wait for it to come back and retest the 1556 or 1560 level before going higher, and at that level I would probably be more comfortable to go long and then basically carry that long while the S&P is making those new highs, and see where we go from there. But certainly is looking interesting, and I think with all the positive data coming out of the States recently, job numbers better than expected in the US on Friday, all these little factors pointing to a better economy and a bit of improvement in the American market, and as such we believe that the S&P more than likely can break to the upside, and that is obviously supported by the strong upward trend line that we see here, three nice little rising bottoms over time. But we like this graph, and we would wait for a bit of a correction to 1500 and then wait for a break above the horizontal resistance and then take a long into those new highs. Next graph I'm going to look at is Sasol. That's on the local front. Sasol also forming a bit of a triangular pattern. Rand weakened significantly today. Trade deficit numbers came in a bit of a shocker. We saw the Rand basically tumble from 9 Rand 12 this morning to about 9 Rand 20. As a result, Sasol, also being a bit of a Rand hedge, did in fact go and break up through that level. The level to look out for here is, let me just get that exact level for you quickly, is about 410, 411. Just before I started this webcast, I saw it trading above 413 at one stage. So it certainly has broken that horizontal resistance to the upside. Again, I would wait for a retest. Let it come back and retest at 410, and if it goes higher from there, I think we could see Sasol moving higher and possibly retesting that previous high of about 495 or so. And then lastly, the last graph I want to look at is Exxaro. Exxaro unfortunately has been hit by strikes again recently. As a result, the share price has come down from about 185 or so, now coming back and retesting the 165 mark. I do like it here, however. As we can see on the graph here, we do have an upward trend line going back from September, three rising bottoms. This is the third bottom now. It's retesting it for the third time here at about 165. Our strategy on this one is to go long at about 165. Our target price about 172, 173 on this trade, and should it break that line, I would keep a very tight stop loss of about 160 Rand. This is Vasilis Girasis for ntmarkets.com.